One of the themes of the Life at the Edges exhibition is discover. In this thematic area, we look at some unusual organisms that live in extreme environments on the planet Earth, out in space, but importantly in the environments we've created as humans. Plastivore is a piece that looks at this new technology of using mealworms to consume styrofoam. And a lot of research on this topic is happening around the world, but particularly in China. And so the artist here is collaborating with these worms to make philosopher's stone-like sculptures.
More or less everything in the world is made of lava. When I'm casting these pieces of sculpture from molten lava at the volcanic vent, I find that a very symbolic artistic gesture. There's a lava flow, it cools, and then within just a few years all this life starts growing on it. It's quite extraordinary.
This is the Earth being created right in front of our eyes, and that's really quite amazing.
So what you see here are 9 containers, and they all have a sample of an extremophile, and this particular extremophile can withstand really high salinity. And I was fascinated that they become visible because they produce pigments. It's a living work, it's living experiments. This piece will turn color as the colony evolves and tries to reproduce itself. These will probably be the first species that we will discover in outer space. These are the type of species that were around long before we were and stay long before after we're gone. So I think that's pretty special.
People are welcome to come and sit on the beanbag and watch the Extremophile conference, learn about the physiologies and traits of various extremophiles. It's a bit of a farce, and the tardigrade is a bit of a megalomaniac. We didn't want to be too didactic with it, just to make it accessible and fun.
The Iron Ring project looks at the use of phytoremediating plants to both clean up soils and then to harvest metals that can be created into new things, in this case, an iron ring.
It is an artificial planet made entirely of human bodies. People, the visitors of the gallery, they come in, they are 3D scanned, the 3D file is uploaded into astrophysics simulation where the scans are floating as though they were real bodies, and they are floating, bumping against each other until they form a planet. It could be seen as a monument for humanity in a way.
There's 3 separate films been made, and there's a series of layers composited on top of each other. I suppose I keep coming back to Kubrick. There's something amazing about that position as us as humans in this unknown space, and how cinema has tried to create it. And then I have this actual footage of really unknown space.
We sent this robotic vehicle down to explore the seabed. It was 3 kilometers down, so we're very, very deep. This is a place where superheated water at several hundred degrees C is gushing out of the seabed, and it's enriched in metal oxides, making these hot metal chimneys. And they support lots of extreme life forms.
I'm an artist living in the Hebrides of Scotland. We live in a very extreme environment. So these windworks are about my collaboration with the elemental qualities of where I live. It's actually just a very simple tripod and a pen and a string. I set up a board, stapled down this typewriter paper and let it do its thing.
Discovery is both about going out, but then looking back at our homes and realizing that they too are quite interesting and extreme.